Welcome back to another episode of The Stable. I'm Devin, and this is gonna be part 2 of the Bullitt intake swap. So, I don't know if I showed it, but I got this back from being powder coated at Mod Finish in Colorado Springs. Got the AccuFab throttle body on there as well. Ordered a polished alternator, Bullitt alternator from PA Performance. And then we actually got the lower part of the intake bolted on yesterday. I didn't really film it because it was kind of tedious, so all I did yesterday was install the fuel injectors, the coil over plugs, and torque down the lower intake. But I couldn't finish because I didn't have a thermostat, so I went out and got one today so I can get that going. Also went in here, this cord right here is the to the accelerator pedal. So this is the 01 Bullitt cord, so I swapped that one out yesterday. It's pretty easy, it was just up underneath the dash. Now this one right here that's separated is the cruise control, and I gotta go through the splash guard right there so I can mount the 01 Bullitt one in there. From what I've seen online, it should just mount up fairly simple, and then they will mount to a bracket on the back side of this. So really I think I can get everything pretty much finished up on this maybe today or tomorrow. What's holding me up is I need to order a new coolant reservoir, and then for my birthday Jalen ordered me a new power steering reservoir. Also, once the neck of the Bullitt intake swings over here, I need to probably find a custom shop to make me a pipe that will go from the oval to a circle down here that's fairly flat, because normally the 01 Bullitt has its own aftercooler, and since this is a GT one, we're gonna have to try to do something custom to make it work. All right guys, so we got the thermostat all tightened down, and these are ARP bolts, by the way, so shouldn't stretch and I can reuse them. Got them from Modular Head Shop, so shout out to them. And if you can see it here with the light, so I had to pull the wheel off, and then this splash guard, and then up there is the cruise control module and cable. So about to pull that out. There's a bracket for it. It runs kind of through that square, down up through the firewall through here, and then I should be able just to push this out and then install the new one. All right guys, and you can see we have the Bullitt cable, cruise control cable on the left, and the GT one on the right. You can see that the plugs right here and here look the same. So I think really the biggest difference is the end of the cables where it meets up with the throttle body is different. So this will fit into a bracket that I have installed on the accelerator cable already, and the GT one won't fit. So you can see right here I pulled back the splash guard, and it's very easy to get to. Is these two bolts right here. I used an 8mm, and then it just came through this hole right here, and then here's your plug-in that's going to go into. The Bullitt cruise control cable is in. It's routed up through that square right there, and then I have it running up on the back side of the firewall, and then over there to where it's going to meet up with the throttle body and this accelerator cable right here. So both of these are going to be ran over that way, like that. So next for me is to install the fuel rail, which I have sitting right here. So with this being a 96 Mustang, it has a return style fuel system. The 01 Bullitt Mustang did not. So this had a little bracket, you can see on the side right there where I cut it, where this was mounted, so they were both like that. I cut it and slightly modified my stock fuel rail so I can use it on the lower Bullitt intake, so it will line up and still be a return style fuel system. This bracket right here is from the 01 Bullitt, and it is a pain to get to. There's two bolts in there that I can't even show you how to squeeze my hand in there, but I couldn't use mine, so I had to use the Bullitt one, because on the Bullitt one it's all one piece next to the EGR. But with that being right there, using the 96 GT fuel rail, this is in the way of that. So I started looking at aftermarket fuel rails, but just ended up bending this back to squeeze that under there. So now that the fuel rails are on, I started hooking up the injectors, the coilover plugs, start hooking those up. On this side, there's going to be a couple things I have to extend, like the temperature sensor from this side right here over to here, and then this one goes to the green one. And I might have to extend the throttle position sensor too. So just wanted to show you guys a little update, because next going on is the neck and the throttle body. So I started running a little bit of lines already, so you can kind of get an idea of how it's going to be. And then after that, it's just running the vacuum lines. See, we got the Bullitt intake all installed. I started hooking up some of the lines, and still got to hook up all the vacuum lines. But as you can see right here, this is the big problem I was fearing doing this swap. I don't know any kind of custom pipe that I can get, or what to do to try to get this angle and make this work, where it's oval right here, circle right here. And this is just all because this is a GT aftercooler and not the 96 through 98 or the Bullitt aftercooler. I already looked into a Bullitt aftercooler or one for the Cobra, because they're the same, and it is $2 grand to buy this whole kit to run the Bullitt. And of course, I'm not trying to pay $2 grand when I already have one. So if I can just find a pipe to make this work, then that will be the game plan with that. But I have to extend. I just put this stuff here for reference. But so this cord right here goes right here. So this one needs to be extended. This one right here goes right here, so that has to be extended. And like I said before, on this is the coolant sensor that's usually on the other side if you have the PI swap done. This one needs to be extended to go here. So once those are extended, vacuum lines are ran. I bolt the bracket right here to the top of the Bullitt intake. It will be pretty much good to go, and then we're just waiting to hear back from Vortec on when the head unit will be back. And then I can put the alternator on, the supercharger bracket, and then get this car all squared away. But I have a feeling that I'm going to be doing quite a bit of research and calling around to try to figure out what to do about this right here. Okay, so before I wrap up with this video, so Jalen's car is like 90, I'll say 97% done. So like I said, we did the suspension. He has new turbo in. Him and my dad were just running up his boost controller. And so I think he has left, there's a silicone hose that he cut last time, and they don't want to reuse it. They want to get the correct hose and make sure it's a good one. So he's waiting on a hose, and then once that silicone hose is here, he can put the intercooler back on. And pretty sure after that, this thing is ready to get tuned. My dad went ahead and had him change his rotors, brakes. They just did a brake fluid flush on this, so everything else is good to go. And he's waiting on, I think he's gonna get rims and tires on this car soon, and then this thing will be good to go. So Jalen, in the confidence he has made a wager with me to, when we go to the track, we're gonna race. Loser has to get grocery getter put on the back of the windshield. I made sure the bet was in my favor, and I told him first pass off the trailer, first time he's ever at the track, me and him are running. And I don't know why he would agree to that, but he has. So I told him hopefully he keeps that same confidence when he's rocking that sticker on the back of the windshield, because he has no track experience. He's never ran this car before. He's never driven this car with this setup before. So all the odds are stacked against him. So I think really the only way I will lose is if I red light or my car breaks. So with that being said, please like, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.